Hey guys, how's it going and welcome back. So we have the Tech1 charge and sync adapter from Dollarama. Now, even though the little price tag does say $4, it actually cost me about $4.50. They're changing prices, so they're putting stickers on these little plastic things in front, and it's kind of like, which one is it? It's the one that says more. Anyways, so this is supposed to be a USB-C to USB-A adapter. And it's a cute little guy. I'll give it that. It's tiny. And, don't buy it. Well, here's the thing. Charge and sync. Sync for data, right? As a charge little adapter, I'm sure it may work just fine. As a data transfer point for anything, it's going to be... Okay, so I got this thing here. This is also same thing, right? Except this is not the same thing as this is. Okay, and I have no idea what brand this is. I had it come with a drive. So, but anyways, this thing will do all that and more. And it'll give you some really awesome speeds with transferring data back and forth, okay? And that's all good and fine. However, I did mention this the other day on a video that when you are using a Type-C, even an NVMe drive or any Type-C drive connection to one of these things have a polarity to them, which you would think, well, Type-C doesn't have polarity, Covey. Why, yes it does, especially if you want data. Okay, and I've already talked about that in another video, and so you do have to make sure it's around in the correct direction, because if you try to do a speed test, for example, or even a copy test, things are going to go like meh, and you'll hear this weird sound coming out of your speakers. That's because you got it plugged in wrong. So you got to disconnect it and flip the Type-C cable down the other direction into here, and things will work peachy cream, and you should get a little over 300 and some odd megabits per second transfer rate using one of these adapters, because let's face it, Type A isn't the fastest kid on the block. Anyhow, so that one I've also tested and it's working fine. So I thought I'd test this little guy out because I figured, well, if I ran into that with the other things, yeah, it stands to reason that I'm going to have that same problem. Well, it turns out no. Doesn't matter which way I plug in the Type-C connection to this, I get the nasty noise. And I'm lucky if I'm pulling off 32 megabits per second. And that's even on the NVMe drive. And I'm like, nope, this is not a good plan. So even transferring, like they have pictures of your iPhone and your iPad on here. Could even be an Android device. It really makes no difference, right? For charging, I think it would be something that would be fine to do for charging. But if you're trying to transfer data, it's not going to work for you, okay? It is just a piece of garbage. Even though it is a sync adapter, well, it syncs the ship, and that's about it. So I'm going to say on this one, total thumbs down. We're not even going to give it a star rating other than we'll say 0. It's not worth the money if it can't perform what it says it's capable of doing, charge and sync, right? And it can't transfer data worth the beans, so that's part of that whole sync up system, right? So, yeah, this is not going so well, Techie. Tech1 usually has good stuff, though. This is a real bad bummer on this one. So anyway, I would love to be able to say I could chalk this up to, well, maybe I just got a bad unit. Entirely possible. However, if you want to go waste your $4, go ahead. Or $4.50. But I think this belongs to maybe going underneath a hammer, or maybe I'll use it as a target this summer when we take the pellet guns out again, because it would make a great target to try and hit at 20 yards. It gets really tiny at that size. Maybe that's what we'll do with it. Anyways, we'll see. In the meantime, this piece of garbage, don't buy it. Trust me on this. You're not going to like the results if you do. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Thanks for watching. See ya.